Jace is sitting in his car at a green light. The road is open. There is no traffic. His car is in perfect working order. But Jace isn't moving. He's staring at the dashboard, gripped by a strange, suffocating hesitation. This is a metaphor for his entire life. He has the skills. He has the ideas. He has the potential that everyone keeps talking about. But every time he goes to push the pedal, to launch the app, to make the call, to commit to the habit, he feels an internal resistance so strong it feels physical. He's been blaming external factors for years. He's blamed the economy, the saturated market, and his lack of a mentor. But today, the silence in the car becomes a mirror. Jace realizes the brutal, terrifying truth. There is no one else in the car. There is no one holding the brake but him. He is the warden of his own prison. He is the one sabotaging his wins because he's afraid of what happens if he actually succeeds. He realizes that external obstacles are often just shadows cast by internal fears. Tonight, Jace is stopping the blame game. He is going to perform a surgical removal of the self-saboteur. He is going to realize that the only thing standing between him and his future is his own desperate need to stay safe. This is the 1,600-word blueprint for getting out of your own way. Jace begins to look at the software running his hesitation. He discovers that holding himself back is a biological survival mechanism. He learns about the upper limit problem. When Jace experiences too much success or too much happiness, his brain triggers a safety reset. He has an internal thermostat for how much success he thinks he deserves. He learns about the basal ganglia's role in habitual fear. His brain has become addicted to the safety of the plateau. Every time he tries to climb higher, his nervous system perceives the elevation as instability. He experiences preemptive self-sabotage. He procrastinates not because he's lazy, but because his brain is trying to protect his current identity from the threat of a new one. He realizes he is suffering from imposter syndrome as a defense. By telling himself he isn't ready, he creates a valid excuse to stay in the harbor. He learns that the friction he feels isn't a sign that he should stop. It's a sign that he is reaching his neural edge. He understands now that he is in a war with his own safety settings. He is moving from internal friction to conscious expansion. Jace implements the surgical honesty protocol. He realizes that self-sabotage is often subtle. He looks for the invisible anchors in his daily routine. He identifies 3 sabotage vectors: productive procrastination, spending 10 hours researching and organizing to avoid 1 hour of high-stakes execution; the almost habit, getting a project to 90% completion and then finding a reason to stop before the vulnerable moment of shipping; social dilution, surrounding himself with people who validate his struggle rather than people who demand his victory. He adopts the rule of radical agency. He realizes that if he is the one holding himself back, then he is also the only one who can set himself free. This is both terrifying and liberating. He stops saying, "I can't because." He starts saying, "I am choosing not to because." He realizes that complexity is a hiding place. He has been making his goals complex, so he has an excuse to fail. He strips his big goal down to its most basic, undeniable movement. He realizes that simplicity is the antidote to sabotage. He is moving from self-protection to self-provocation. He has found the high-agency gear. Jace realizes his biggest hurdle was his emotional attachment to the struggle. He realized he liked the identity of the talented underdog who was just about to make it. It's a romantic, safe story. He adopts the operator identity. An operator doesn't have a story. An operator has a mission. He realizes that in the USA we have romanticized self-discovery when we should be focused on self-creation. He decides he's done finding himself. He's ready to build himself. He enters the hardening phase. He realizes that every time he ignores his internal stop signal, he is casting a vote for his new sovereign identity. He starts seeking out small public stakes to prevent himself from retreating. He pre-announces his launch date to his clients. He pays for the expensive training up front, sunk cost as a tool. He deletes the safety net projects that were keeping him from going all in. He notices his background anxiety is vanishing. He realized that the anxiety was coming from the internal friction of having his foot on the gas and the brake at the same time. By taking his foot off the brake, the system becomes silent. He feels aerodynamic. He is no longer a victim of his own mind. He is the pilot of his own will. 100 days pass. Jace is no longer the man at the green light. He has achieved operational momentum. Because he stopped holding himself back, his results have become exponential. He has shipped the app. He has doubled his rate. He has built the formidable presence he used to envy in others. He realized that success is just the boring application of skill without the internal sabotage. He discovered that he didn't need more talent. He just needed less interference. By simply getting out of his own way, Jace has achieved more in 3 months than he did in the previous 3 years. He looks at his bank account and his reputation. They are finally vertical. But the biggest change is his internal peace. He realizes that confidence is simply the byproduct of a man who no longer lies to himself. He has achieved temporal agency. He is no longer losing time. He is investing it. He looks at the man he was 100 days ago. He realizes that man was a self-appointed prisoner. The new Jace is a force. He has moved from the waiting class to the master class. Jace is standing at his desk in Austin. The sun is setting and the city is glowing. He looks lean, focused, and intensely awake. He looks at the camera, at you. Look at your life, he says. Look at the reasons you have for why you aren't where you want to be. Look at the obstacles you keep complaining about to your friends. I'm going to tell you the truth. Most of those obstacles don't exist. They are fictions you created to justify why you haven't started yet. You are the one holding the brake. You are the one whispering, "Not yet," every time the world says go. You don't need more resources. You need to kill the warden. Starting tonight, I want you to adopt the rule of radical ownership. If it's broken, you broke it. If it's stuck, you're holding it. And if it's going to move, you are the one who has to push. Stop being your own worst critic and start being your own most demanding coach. The road is open. The light is green. Take your foot off the brake. The movement starts now.